I feel like this program has done more for me than I ever thought it could do. I feel like I was able to kind of redefine who I am as an educator, as a leader, as a leader for sustainability, as a person. There's a lot of self-discovery that went on in this process.
So I commute 4 hours for every class meeting, and it's quite a drive. But even though the program is not full hybrid, I've been able to get the support and the guidance from all the faculty in the PACE program, which has made it very easy, but also very creative on trying to finish this program from all the way from down in Medford. But it's been great. The support has been amazing, and I'll be finishing the program.
The faculty are amazing, and my cohort leader was Deborah, and she has become not just a university professor and somebody guiding me through the process, but I really believe a lifelong mentor as well. They are so available through email, through the phone. I'm finding now that the program is over, they're available even afterwards to help guide and mentor. But they're extremely approachable and extremely knowledgeable, and they did everything possible to support me in this experience.
Another challenge that I have faced was learning to trust myself, which is a big focus of the program, and recognize what I individually have to offer. So we definitely look back into our experiences, how that shapes who we are as an educator. A lot of that can bring up emotions, and you really have to reflect on who you are as an individual. And we often have these different roles, being in a professional role, being a student, being the person that you are when you go home at night, and how do you reconcile all those things. So that's been something that I have learned a lot from.
Well, the program is geared for diversity. And when I say geared for diversity, I mean they are focusing on ensuring that administrators and teacher leaders are focusing and aware of the importance of ensuring that all students are served and get an education.
So I think one of the most meaningful things to me about being in the Leadership for Sustainability education program has been the connections that I've made and the fact that I'll carry these relationships forward, and really we've become colleagues. So now as we transition out of being students together in classes and being a cohort, I feel like I can kind of consistently go back to my peers and be sharing ideas and learning from each other around the work that we're doing in a really meaningful way. And we get together in informal ways and have potlucks and dance parties and all kinds of things, as well as really sitting and having these more intensive and engaging conversations around the things that we're learning and doing. It's been really, really incredible.
The PSU focus on equity has really informed my work, both in going through the IAL program, going through the interviewing process, and then in my job, my current job. And I think that some of the biggest things are just raising awareness about how equity filters into every single area of education. So whether it's family and community, instruction, even building plans, and certainly hiring. And the program really, I would say, put a filter in place for me where every question I have or every decision I have to make goes through an equity lens that has now been informed by research and by conversation and by my own process of writing and reflecting on my belief system and where education's going.
I think there was a point when I met with my advisor, and she helped me translate some of the opportunities in the program and what would be most useful for me. And she really took the opportunity to learn a lot about me and ask what I was interested in. And I therefore had a much better sense of what I wanted to do with my degree and my certificate. And that helped me feel, one, that the PACE program really cared about me as an individual, and also that I had the opportunity to sort of create my own adventure, which was a pretty cool thing that I hadn't really anticipated about a grad program.
You know, probably one of the most rewarding experiences as a student here at PSU was last year. I was fortunate enough to win the Portland State Student Employee of the Year award, as well as the Oregon State Student Employee of the Year. And I think that the whole reason that happened is because I was able to go to my classes and learn about kind of leadership and empowering others in, you know, higher ed contexts. And then I was able to go over to my job in university studies and apply a lot of what I was learning. And so it was this opportunity to kind of take my learning and apply it in action. I think it really kind of helped me in the workplace. And I think a lot of my kind of superiors and a lot of the other people that I work with really recognize that. And I think that's how I was, you know, fortunate enough to kind of be blessed enough to win those awards.
So our students are usually working professionals, and they come to us to get a degree to work in the field, continue to work in the field, to rise in the field. And what I'm most proud of is that our students do get jobs. It may take a while, it's a tight field, but they eventually get jobs and are happy and contribute, and I start seeing them later in the profession and giving back to the profession. And that's what brings me great joy in all of this.